Hi, Mol.
Hi, Bren.
What podcast we doing?
ADHD Readers Book Club.
Yeah, welcome to the ADHD Readers Book Club. Today we are going to be talking about our third lot of The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. So we've read chapters 35 to 51.
It's good of you. I have no idea.
We've read chapters 35 to 51 and we're going to be discussing those today. Mm-hmm. First of all, we have a cheeky little advert which took a lot of recording. So I'm going to play that now. And yeah, we're
glad we've actually got a sponsor.
It's exciting. It is exciting, and we couldn't be professional at all. So if you want to see some outtakes of us being so stupid, just go on our Instagram. What's the Insta Malls? At ADHD _ Readers Book Club.
You put me on the spot there. You know my brain's not full of that information.
So it's at ADHD _ Readers Book Club. If your reading buddy is a cat and you enjoy our podcast, you can support us and make your wardrobe the quirkiest by visiting
getcatshirts.com/ADHD Readers.
Okay, well that was mortifying.
Was it bad? Because I don't have the earphone device.
Yeah, it's bad.
I have to sit in silence for that bit while Brenna has a little bit earphone.
I sit here and dance to all the music, and Molly just sits there staring at me, so it's fun. So, what's first then, Moles?
Well, I wanted to kick it off with a question for you.
Because
I wrote it down because I read the little bit in chapter 35 and I said, ask Brenna if she has any theories about the link between Evelyn and Monique, because didn't it say, why does Monique want to kill her? Because they ended one chapter, didn't it? And I thought, I wonder what Brenna thinks about that.
So, I've written, whoa, what's the truth? I haven't got any theories. I keep going to like, is Monique someone's child who Evelyn was linked with?
Yeah.
But I can't think whose child. Like, surely isn't Evelyn's child.
No.
Could it be like Don's child or Celia's child? Like, I keep
so you think it's like a family sort of link?
Yeah, because I can't think of anything else.
Yeah.
I can't figure out another way they could be linked.
To be fair, you probably won't see it coming.
Well, they're not. Oh my god, I'm so excited though.
Yeah, I think it's the next lot of chapters where
it'll have to be one.
Because
that's our last.
It's the end of the book. To be fair though, I thought it was in this one. You will find out because it's the end of the book, Molly.
Oh god! Imagine if it ends with no actual link.
No, it's in there. I remember that bit anyway. It's somewhere, but that's it.
So no, I don't. Did you have any theories when you first listened to
Honestly,
it?
I can't really remember.
Read.
I can't remember because the first, obviously I know what's happening this time, but the first time I wasn't sure, but I think that was like the hook for me for the book. I was like proper invested in it.
But I mean, you read it over like 2 days, didn't you? You're making me drag it out over a month.
Yeah,
it's really not fun.
It's not fair.
No.
No. So yeah, I can't remember, to be honest.
No, I haven't got a clue.
It's good though.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it really, really good?
I mean, I don't want to big it up and you'd be like, Molly, that was shit. Like, but yeah, I found it good.
Okay. I probably won't be like that because for our next episode, we're going to be drinking some drinkies.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a plonk cast.
It's going to be good.
Yeah. So I'll be very enthusiastic about the whole thing because I'll be hammered. It's going to be
fantastic.
The
best book I've ever read.
Yeah. I love Evelyn. Okay, what are we starting with today, Moles?
We're going to talk about the chapters.
Yeah, but we did have a plan.
Yeah, this is the plan. Look, we'll talk about chapters.
All right.
We wrote it down this week. A little bit more structured.
Yeah, we're trying to have structure. Okay, so a lot happened in this chapter. We need to go through sort of what happened. So we got the hook of Monique saying that she had no idea she was going to potentially want to kill Evelyn.
Yeah. See, I think the first time it did throw me that. Because up to that point you think like the Monique and Evelyn are quite
all right.
pally. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Evelyn said in these ones now, hasn't she, that she basically said to Monique, I'm not a good person.
Yeah.
That needs to be clear in this book. I am not a good person. I do bad things because I'm a bad person. And I'm like, who you kill?
Yeah, who are you?
So what happened in these chapters? It feels like we've been on another roller coaster. We got a glimpse of Evelyn's self-doubt when she believed that her beauty was the only reason she gets work.
I know.
And that's dwindling away with age. Yeah. Like, that really upset me.
I know, because she's beautiful at the end of the day. Like, but in her head, it's like they only see her for her body and that's it.
Yeah.
So that's starting to go. You think that, like, further on when she had... I'm jumping ahead now.
Well, don't. I'm not allowed to do that. That is the rule of this podcast.
We'll go chapter by chapter then.
Yeah, right.
That's better.
So I thought you went ahead of what I've not read.
No, like in these chapters, but I'm jumping like right to the end.
Yeah, well, so was I. It's fine.
Well, when she had Connor, then, like he sort of started.
Baby girl.
Yeah, he sort of started.
That really confused me.
Why?
Because it was like when she said the name, and then she started saying she, and I was like, Connor. Connor's a boy's name.
Yeah.
Obviously, it can be both, but in my head, I've only ever met boys, Connors, so my brain couldn't take it for a bit. I was like, what?
But isn't that, like, proper thing of Evelyn, though, to have, like, a sort of name like that?
Yeah.
That sort of stood out a little bit more. Yeah. I thought that was
It could have been Apple or something.
Well, yeah.
It wasn't bad, was it?
Yeah.
So, we've been on a roller coaster with Evelyn and Celia.
I know, because chapter 36, they're finally seeing each other after however many years in the award toilets.
Yeah, but then what chapter was it where a lot happened in those award toilets as well.
I know.
That was steamy.
Steamy.
Was it chapter 45, Celia left again for good?
I'm sick of her. I am.
Well, I've put in one of my notes, sorry, you'll be able to hear
the paper.
We're old school. We don't like technology.
I know.
We write in a notebook. For chapter 37... I put in it that Celia seems to have been a real brat and acting very childish, but now I can't remember why I put that.
Is that not... I put here, you see bratty Celia again.
Oh.
Not loving the way she speaks to Evelyn. Childish and hurtful.
So didn't she call Evelyn...
Do better, Celia. Do better.
What was it she said to her?
I don't know.
Was it when she called her a whore?
I think that was not this.
Was it not?
Hang on.
We're going back to the book, guys. We've been awful at making notes here. This must be
This is why usually, like this week, I've wrote down what I was feeling, whereas usually I write down bullet points what was in the chapter so I can get a refresh.
We need one of us to do that, I think.
But I haven't done that this week, so now I'm like, what did I read? Apparently nothing, because I can't remember anything.
I feel exactly the same. So anyway, if you like cats... Go to getcatshirt.com /ADHD readers. I'm just trying to fill the silence while Molly reads because she can't talk and read.
I know I can't read and talk, but now there's the pressure and I'm like not taking in the words that I'm reading.
I'm so sorry. I'll be quiet. Getcatshirts.com /ADHD readers.
This is it. Can't do it now.
Anyway, Celia was a brat.
Yeah.
For one reason or another.
Why was she a brat? Nobody knows. Oh, was it not where...
Well, she won an Oscar, didn't she?
Yeah. No, they started arguing, didn't... Arguing.
They started arguing.
And Celia was thinking because Evelyn didn't like being called a lesbian. And didn't Celia say, like, Evelyn say that Celia doesn't see me as anything else?
Yeah.
She doesn't like her seeing her with other men and stuff like that. So she calls her a lesbian even though she knows that Evelyn isn't.
Yeah.
Because I don't think she likes the thought of her being a bisexual.
Yeah, because I think it adds to Celia's insecurities of... It's almost like double the people that Evelyn could go to, even though it obviously doesn't work like that. But you always hear it, don't you? Oh, if you're bi, you're greedy.
Yeah. Best of both worlds.
Yeah. But it does not work like that at all.
Because I feel like Evelyn loves Celia a lot
more. On a different level.
Yeah.
Like
sort of deeper love, I think. I think with Celia it's quite like... top levels, like surface.
She looks at Celia like Celia has painted the stars in the moon.
Oh yeah,
she just absolutely adores it. Yeah. And that made me feel like very sad in these chapters because I do think, obviously but I feel like we've lost Celia for the last time. Yeah. I'm maybe very wrong, but it just felt very final.
Yeah, it was though.
So basically, Evelyn did that sex scene in the film with Don.
Yeah.
So Don made his peace with
How did you feel about Don during them chapters?
So I wrote about it. 1 minute. Don has turned it around for me. Admitting you were an abusive partner cannot be easy. I no longer hate him.
Yeah.
I only hate his actions.
Yeah.
So he's definitely turned it around for me.
Yeah.
Because I think that a lot of the time in real life with abuse, it tends to be like a cycle. So it's like carried on from what people think is normal.
Yeah.
It's not an excuse for it.
What chapter was that?
Chapter 43.
Yeah.
What did you think?
I
what
said,
did you put?
Don's a changed man. I'm shocked how well Evelyn, hang on, my brain's not braining. I'm shocked how well Evelyn has been with him, very calm and forgiving.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought she handled the situation quite well, but she didn't expect to go and be apologised to, did she?
No.
My words aren't coming out today. Apologised. My brain's like,
Apollo
stop.
11.
Jesus.
I think she was just wanted to go there and be civil.
Yeah.
And then she was like, we're not friends, but we can definitely be friendly.
Yeah.
Like, after the apology, it was like, okay, I see you're a changed man. And then...
I think if, she was threw off by the apology, wasn't she? Completely...
But that's probably why she felt comfortable to do that sex scene with him. So, obviously, it was quite a graphic one. She was, pretty much naked.
Yeah.
To the viewer's eye, she would have been naked. And then it was all about a woman enjoying sex and feeling desire, which obviously in those days was not a thing. Women were there for making babies.
Yeah.
And they were to be desired, but they weren't allowed to want to be desired kind of thing.
But I didn't like the fact that Don got an Oscar for his performance, but then they blamed Evelyn for basically being a whore on the film. I was raging about that.
I was, but it's sign of the times, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
To be fair, it still happens today. Still see all that these days. So yeah, we've been on a proper journey, and then
Celia about that though. About that.
I was so annoyed with Celia. What did I put about that? Oh, so I've actually put about Evelyn.
Have you?
Yeah, I've put Evelyn has made the mistake of believing that asking for forgiveness is easier than asking for permission. I wonder if that's the final straw. What will happen with Harry now Celia's gone?
Yeah. So what did you think about...
I didn't like how Celia behaved, though.
Do you think Evelyn should have asked her about it or not?
I think she should have mentioned it. I don't think she should have asked her.
Yeah,
I don't think you should need permission from your partner to work.
Yeah.
Because that's all it was. It wasn't... She wasn't sleeping with him.
No,
it was just work. But I think that she should have gone home and told her before it happened. Yeah. Even if it was a case of, no, I've agreed now. We're doing it.
I think it makes it worse with Don, though.
Yes.
Obviously, because it was her ex-husband and that, and you think,
And Celia knows they have.
Yeah.
And she knows that Evelyn used to enjoy it with him.
That's the thing, though. I think, Celia's quite jealous. She's
she's insecure.
Jealous type, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, she does seem it. Chapter 46. What did Evelyn do? What is the link? I can't wait to know what the link is.
I know, it is really good.
And then chapter 47. John died.
Oh, I was heartbroken. Did you cry?
No. Did you?
No, I just get a bit emotional. I didn't have to cry at that because I really love John.
I do.
He's just a big bear of the family, isn't he?
Well, I'll tell you what. While we're on to John, who's your fan cast for him? Just to mix it up.
I've got Tom Hopper. I want to say.
What's he on?
Oh, Umbrella Academy.
Yeah.
You know, he's the really big guy.
Yeah.
I really liked him, and I as soon as it said about him being big, I just thought about him.
Yeah.
Because on Umbrella Academy, he's massive, isn't he?
Yeah. I probably want him to lift me up and cuddle me. Because I'm only 4'11" as well. Come on.
You're tiny.
Lift me over your head.
So who have you got?
Travis Kelce.
Oh, yeah.
So, obviously, American football player.
Yeah.
And Taylor Swift's partner.
You're obsessed with Taylor Swift.
I very much like Taylor Swift, yeah. But he's so big and
yeah.
A big cuddly bear, and he's just,
I know, that's exactly who, what?
I probably want cuddles off these men. Just cuddles,
come here for
genuinely
cuddles.
just cuddles. I just want them to, wrap me in their arms and, squeeze me.
I think when John died, though, in chapter 47, you seen, Harry sort of de-ravel.
Yeah.
I felt so bad for him.
I felt awful for him. But then I was kind of when it was the whole thing of drinking at, while Connor was making her breakfast.
Yeah.
And he was deep in the drinks at like 7 a.m. I thought, oh,
that was bad.
Like, I kind of almost wanted to say to him, like, I get it, you're grieving, but you're also a dad.
Yeah, pull yourself together a little bit.
These are characters. These people don't exist. We're so invested.
We are. I am, like, deeply invested in these. I
am.
So who's your fan cast for Harry?
Harry? Who did I put for Harry? Oh, Bradley Cooper.
Oh, yeah.
Just seems right.
Yeah, it does.
What about you?
Patrick, I want to say Dempsey. Is that his name? Patrick Dempsey.
Of Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah. But with glasses. I don't know why, but I've always imagined Harry with glasses. I don't know if it actually
Does he have glasses?
I don't know. In my head, he has glasses.
I like glasses on a man.
Me too.
I think they suit them. Oh, I'm getting distracted. Oh, right. Max.
Yeah.
Not what I envisioned. So I was thinking, and I'm not going to say the name of the director, because it's all a bit... but I was thinking that he kind of looked like a very well-known American director who's...
shady.
In prison. I was thinking, like, big...
horrible.
Balding... like... slimy and sleazy and horrible.
Like, you said that before, didn't you? When I first come in, and I said, like, I didn't envision him
being sexy.
Yeah, being sexy. But then
has he actually been described as being sexy? I think
so, yeah. But, like, he's got to be a little bit good looking for Evelyn to fancy him, really.
For the most beautiful woman in the world to be like, hello.
So once I realised that Evelyn obviously must be good looking for Evelyn to want him, I changed my fan cast for him.
So who was yours originally?
I didn't have one, or did I? I can't remember.
Was it a H and a W?
No, I don't know what you're saying right now.
That producer.
Sort of, yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
But, like, in my head, it was, like, proper, like, duck pond hair, like, bald in the middle, hair around the sides, just...
But I was imagining him being, like, dead sleazy and, like...
I think it's because, like, they said about him being French and, like, dirty. Like... You know what I mean? Like that type of...
You need to be careful how you talk.
Nothing against French men in general.
Oui.
Yeah. But, like, you know the type of person I'm on about, like...
Yes.
Just, like... I don't
slimy.
know the words, yeah. I was trying to think of another word for slimy, but, like...
No, slimy will do.
Slimy it is.
So then, who did you pick for him?
I picked... I can't say his last name. Matthew McConaughey. Yeah. I went with him.
That's a good shout, because obviously he has to be good looking, doesn't he?
Yeah.
See, I actually went for a French actor. I went for Vincent Cassel.
Is that the guy with the grey hair you showed me before?
Yes.
Yeah. She has to show me pictures because, like, my brain is not good with names.
So he was in Black Swan and he was also in A Dangerous Method.
Yeah, I've never seen
2 very good films.
I'll have to watch them.
Yeah. So that's who I was going with, and I think it was because in my head, if he was French, he had to be French.
Yeah.
So I was like Googling French actors, and I was like, hold on, come on. And then he fit what I kind of... Because he's still quite good looking for his age. In fact, he's got better with age, I think, him.
So in your head, were you, like, when he was talking, were you doing the French accent or not?
Not as much. So the French accent disappeared when he wasn't fat anymore.
Yeah. Like, I'd love to be inside your head during that time, honestly.
Oh my God. But then he said, when he was calling her ma belle.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, ma belle.
Honestly, that cracks me up.
Oui, oui. Just wait for the drunk podcast, everybody.
Oh my God, no. That's going to be like 2 hours long, so we'll just be laughing, won't we?
It's going to be awful.
Oh, but she finally got an Oscar.
Oh, I thought you were going to say she finally got some, and I was going to say, yeah, she did.
Well, she did, but no. She finally got her Oscar.
She did. I was so happy about that.
But then it was nice because she got one alongside Harry as well.
Yeah.
Well, and Max, but...
Yeah.
Are you a fan of Max or not?
Well, since seeing... So I couldn't help but obviously flip the pages. Since seeing the words disappointing Max Girard, I was like, what?
Boo.
So, obviously, I'm not gonna be.
Yeah.
I don't think. But at the minute...
she devastated him, though? You don't know?
That's true, yeah. She might have disappointed him. Yeah. That's a good point. I didn't think about that.
Just flip the train of thought there.
If I read it and he disappoints her, I'm going to be ringing you.
You're going to be ready.
So, at the minute, I like him, but I don't know if I'm going to like what's to come. So then, he was my marry for Kiss, Marry, Kill, because I need my husband to desire me.
Yeah.
I would not cope very long with a gay husband.
See, I've got Harry as Mary because I just love him. Like,
You're a poet and you just don't know it.
Yeah, I just love it.
He is lovely, but like, and I get like they've obviously been to bed.
Yeah.
For her to fall pregnant with Connor, but I'm like, I just imagine it being like, lay back and think of England.
Yeah, sort of thing. Yeah. But wasn't there a bit where?
Whereas Mac's like in a limo and there's hamburgers between them.
I know. Crazy. I couldn't like, because didn't Harry say there was always a bit of him that always wanted to take Evelyn to bed? So yeah. I just love them both together.
I do.
I wish he wasn't gay a little bit, because I would love to see them like end game them too.
Yeah, but
especially now they've got Connor.
Yes, it is like a lovely. I love those scenes. Another bit I hated Celia.
Was it the breakfast bit?
Yes, steak and her claim. Like,
I know.
She's been away.
Yeah,
it's his daughter. You don't get to walk in and just be like, no, you're out.
You're having porridge for breakfast.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not having bacon and eggs anymore.
I felt a bit bad for him there, though, because they were in, like, their own little routine while she wasn't there, wasn't they?
Yeah, I think I put something about the fact that she broke the baby bubble.
Yeah.
Bubble.
I know, I felt a bit bad for her. For Harry and Evelyn.
I did put it somewhere. Celia returning and breaking Ian H's baby bubble has upset me, and did she know Don would be in the film? Because that was before I knew that, obviously. She did know he would be in the film.
Yeah.
Because I was kind of like, wow, what?
I know, because that's the thing,
It threw me a bit.
She put her up for the film, didn't she? Because she didn't want her to be a mum, I think.
Yeah. She wanted her to always be the sexy one.
She was with, like, the sexy
And the thing
Evelyn
is
Hugo.
that you change after you have a baby.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Sorry, go on. What have we done all our kiss, marry, kills? So you said you were going to marry Harry.
Marry Harry, kill Max, and kiss John.
Why are you going to kill Max?
Just because I like John way better than Max at this point. I'm not invested in Max. I haven't got it. I don't know why.
No, I fully get it, but
John's just like a big bear. I just love him.
I just don't feel like John or Harry would take me into the back of a limo. And, do you know what I mean? Like, Max has that, like... He's got, like, the sexual energy.
Bit of spice about him.
Yeah. So I'd marry Max for that reason. And then I would kiss Harry, because that kiss in the car sounded good. God, I sound terrible on here.
Spice all around, Brenna.
And then I would kill John, which makes me feel sad, but then I kind of figured he's already dead. So
he's already dead, so it doesn't matter.
I just killed him twice.
Poor John?
I know, but what was I meant to do?
Poor John.
You picked 3 that were really hard to pick with.
I know, but I didn't, like, through the chapters, there wasn't really anybody else that we haven't already done, is there? No, that's a good point. Do you think of anybody?
No.
So that's why.
Well, yeah.
Who?
Like David or someone.
Oh, Boo David. Oh,
who we keep forgetting.
David. I know.
We keep forgetting that David exists, and then we're like, who's David?
I know, she came in the other day, this morning and was like, who's David Moll? And I was like, Monique's husband, I think.
Yeah. Could not, like, because I got into that chapter and I was like, where are we? What? Who's speaking to? And then I was like, oh, we're back in the present.
Yeah, I don't like the jump, though, sometimes. I'm like...
It was a bit of an abrupt jump, that one. Sometimes
was.
I find it easy, you know, like the start of a chapter with these kind of books, if it has a date.
Yeah, and then you know, don't you?
Yeah, and you know where you stand.
Yeah, that would
like,
be so much better.
Yeah, because I'm not even sure what year they're in.
Me neither.
Like, I know with the years what they're in in the past, because of the paper clippings.
Yeah.
Because they say, like, God, at this point, is it like 1980
something
or something?
like that, yeah.
We've, like, proper travelled through 20 years with it. But then... I've just had another ADHD thought. I'm so sorry. Why will the book be done by Friday?
I don't know.
Because Evelyn was like, we'll be done by Friday, but it's already like Tuesday.
Yeah.
And Monique says, well, there's still loads to cover, and everyone's like, we'll be done. What the hell?
She's just, I don't know why. I can't remember why she said that though either.
Oh, lot of use you are.
I know. To be fair, it's my ADHD brain. Like, sometimes it retains information, sometimes it doesn't.
Go on then, what's some of your ADHD thoughts you've had this week?
Oh my god, I'll get my phone because I wrote them down on my phone.
Have we got an email about that, didn't we?
Oh, we did,
Someone else's ADHD.
Well, I'll read the email out first, but there.
Oh, go on. Notes everywhere.
Yeah, I know. So it was Hannah who wrote in from week 1.
Oh, yeah.
She said she saw our story on Instagram, and she had this thought at work.
Okay.
She said, what if the entire world was built out of Lego?
That sounds fabulous.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah. That sounds like it would be our perfect world.
To be fair, she sounds like like us a little
You'd just
bit.
build yourself a mansion, wouldn't you?
I know.
And you'd build yourself a pool.
Yeah. I really need you to get a pool.
I know. This is your hint, Stuart. Build me a pool. Build me a pool. Sound like such sport brats, don't we?
To be fair, you got a big enough garden for a pool, though.
Can you imagine
Just a little pool.
Just take over the garden with a pool.
You honestly, I'll be round here every day. Just come for a dip,
You're already round here most days. You're coming round. Oh, so we figured it out for Saturday. You're going to be here for like 5 to 6 hours while we drink.
Yeah.
Because we need to do this recording, and then we were like, well, while you're here, should we just binge watch Bridgerton?
Yeah.
So we're holding off watching the rest of Bridgerton.
Yeah, I am excited.
And we're just going to binge watch it, and we've already been like, it's fine because there's TVs in most of the rooms, we'll figure it out. Like, the kids don't have to watch with us, we'll watch it.
We'll have to jump from room to room.
Yeah.
So one of my thoughts was about my book talk books.
Okay, what was it?
I keep seeing like I have like a physical TBR, like to be read books.
I knew what TBR was.
Yeah, I was just making sure because sometimes
I'm dumb.
No, you're not dumb, but sometimes you're like, what's that mean? And then I have a physical.
Like the other night when I text you.
Yeah, I read that message and was like, "What is this, Brenna?" I couldn't understand a single thing you'd said.
I text Molly about the books we're going to do on here, because obviously, alright, I've totally interrupted it. I'm so sorry. Right, because you've got that written down, and I haven't, I'm going to go with this. Go. Right. So, I text Molly the other night, and we were like, going through what we're going to read over the next few months. So, next month's book it was picked by the followers on Instagram on our polls, and it is The House on the
Carillion
Sea.
Yeah.
Is that right? Cerulean?
What? Summit
The
Sea.
House on something sea.
Yeah.
Carillion.
It's going to do
and
right,
so I was texting Molly about the books we're going to do, because it was her choice this month, then we're doing listener's choice, and then I'm doing my choice, and then it will rotate it.
Yeah.
And then, so instead of writing out these whole long titles like The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo and The House on the What Sea and all this, I just abbreviated them all into brackets. But then it just said like TSHOEV. And then Molly was like, I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, because there was no context to the message. I was like, what is this? But like in your Britain, it made sense, and I read it. And I said to John, what is that? And he was like, what is it? What's the context on? I said, well, there isn't one. I said, this is just Brenna's brain.
I was laughing my head off when you replied.
Oh, honestly.
You replied to say, Brenna, I can't understand what I'm saying.
I think I said, like, my brain's not braining or something. Like, oh, I couldn't.
And I was like, no, I think it's mine that isn't, because I've just abbreviated things without actually telling you what I'm on about. Right, I'm so sorry, carry on, because I'm going to hurt my back laughing here.
What was I saying?
About your random thoughts.
Oh, no, I was thinking about my book talk books,
Mm-hmm.
because I have, like, a physical TBR pile, like, a mental TBR pile, and then, like, a TikTok one where I save all the, like, things. I was thinking, I'm going to have to eventually get round to them. Mm-hmm. But I know I'm not gonna in real life, because I've got that many books on my TBR. I think like I'm not.
Well, we'll just make it a priority. We'll do them for the podcast.
Oh yeah, that'd be good.
It's work then, innit?
Yeah, technically. I'll be like, John, I'm gonna have to buy all these books because it's now
it's work.
It's for the podcast, so
deal with it, man.
Yeah. What's one of yours?
So I was driving home from work the other night, and it was maybe like 8:30 at night, and I work in like quite a little village, like a proper countryside village, and up on one of the hills there's like a field, and it had like calves in it, and they were just playing together, and I was like, how mental is it that animals just play? And then I realised I was driving and that I needed to concentrate on driving again, but I was just like, oh my god, like how weird is it that animals just like come out the womb and start playing?
To be fair though, like I always get random thoughts when I'm driving. I think it's because your brain, like,
if you're driving somewhere you know, you kind of like, you almost get there without thinking.
Yeah, you can zone out, and you think, I do that sometimes, I think, have I got it yet?
Yeah.
Like, I don't pay, like, that sounds terrible, I don't pay attention to driving.
That's your licence coming off,
I do pay attention when I'm driving, just for...
I am 10 and 2, both eyes on the road, thank you.
But your mind sort of wanders, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
But I think it's because your brain's sort of occupied with the task anyway, that's when your ADHD brain takes over.
Yeah. What was the ones have you had?
I've got, I wonder if I'm still childish because I love to colour.
Absolutely not. I love to colour. Who doesn't love to colour?
I've seen like loads, like they're flying around TikTok at the minute. They're like Disney colouring books, but colour by numbers. And I'm like, oh.
I have one. It's a Disney Villains one.
Do you?
Yeah.
I love them. And I seen them and I said to John, like, I'm going to have to get them.
I have a Disney Villains one. It's in my attic because I felt the same. Yeah. Like, not so long ago, I was like, no, this is childish of me. So I put it in the attic and now I'm like, why is it in my attic?
I know. But I think, like, I thought, oh, the kids would like that. And I think, like, no.
No, because they'd ruin it.
Yeah, it's for me. You'd love that. Just stop it. Stop denying it, Molly.
But it's like us with Lego.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we just love to build Lego.
I love Lego.
Another one I had, I was going up the steps to my mum's house and there was like an ant on the step as I went to unlock the door, and I just thought, how mental must it be to be an ant? You're just like going about your day, going to work or whatever, and then you look up and a giant steps on you and kills you.
Do you know something? I think about that like quite often when I see bugs. I'm like, do you think I'm God right now? Do you think I'm your God or something? Like,
they probably think you're the devil.
Yeah, but like I feel dead bad if like I accidentally kill a bug because I'm like, what if I had a family?
Well, it's like us with that spider before. We were like, Stuart, don't kill it, don't kill it, don't kill it. It's like, just get it out the house.
See, John will go in, he'll just squish it, he doesn't care, and I'm like,
no.
Yeah. And he's like, if you want to save it, get it out yourself. And I'm like, but I really don't want to touch it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but moths, I feel like moths have got no soul, so they fly at your face.
They're just dust, as you say.
Yeah, they are just dust when you kill them. They're just like dusty.
Are they? Yeah. I've never killed one.
There's no like insides of a moth. Like, it's just dust. It's just dust.
I'm going to have to Google that.
I know.
A moth's dusty.
Why are we talking about dusty moths on the podcast, for God's sake?
Sorry. Oh, ADHD.
Random thoughts.
Right. Did we get any more emails about the actual book?
Didn't
we get another from a listener from week 1? I'm sure there was another.
Oh, yes, Scott and his wife.
Oh, they're back to it.
They emailed in saying they're really enjoying the book. They're both reading along together still. They're enjoying the spicier scenes.
Oh, hello. A few ideas. Just need to rent a limo.
Yeah, I like when the fact that went into, like, basically in my head it was like McDonald's that they went into.
Mm-hmm. I think that was the idea.
I can't believe they just went in like Evelyn was in a ball gown and that, and like.
I think the idea was to give it the. I think this is like what I gathered from it. It was to give you the idea that she felt safe with Max.
Yeah.
To go into such a public place.
Yeah. Like
that, like dressed up in the Oscars stuff, and like everyone's just seen her on the telly. Like just that night. Yeah. So they all of them would crowd around her. Yeah. So like no one could doubt it was her. So I think it was to give you this idea that with Max she felt very safe, and like then when he scooped her up and took her outside, like yeah.
But then I wrote a bit on that actually. I said, Max kissed Evelyn and then proposed. I felt like Evelyn loved the sort of intimacy in that scene because she hasn't had that since Celia.
But that's what I mean. So you're saying you could be married to a gay man?
Probably, yeah. I mean, because it's Harry, I just love him to bits. And to be fair, he said about that little bit about he always wanted to bed Celia. I think he's a bit bi. That's what I'm running with anyway.
You'll have to, he's your husband. Sorry, John. She's married.
See you later, John. But yeah, no, I just love Harry though. I think I could look past it. I could look past it for him. Because they've had a kid together.
But my thing with Harry is, like, he still has flaws.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't tell Evelyn that Dom was cheating on her.
I really didn't like that bit.
Exactly.
It really wound me up a bit.
And then he drank himself into a slumber when John died, which I do understand.
Yeah.
But, like, obviously he's not perfect.
No.
But I see the imperfections in people.
Oh, don't come at me then, Jesus.
Shut up.
This is what's wrong with you, Molly.
I'll have your list ready by Saturday.
So we've done all the fan casts, haven't we?
I think so.
Hang on, I'll go back to my list.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, we've done it all.
Have we?
Yeah.
Oh my word, record timing.
I know. Do you know something? It's because we've tried to section it and we've mixed it all together. We've just done it.
I know. Oh,
that's
God.
Crazy.
We need to get better at this mould.
I know. To be fair though, this is how we work. This is how our brains work. It's just a mix of stuff all the time.
It is.
Oh, but chapter 50 with Monique, I thought I put here, finally understanding her worth and saying goodbye to David, her husband. I put her husband because I didn't want to forget who he was. I said because I think she's more confident now. I think Evelyn's give her that confidence. So.
But didn't she say in it, like, when they met, she thought that because he was white, he wouldn't think that she wasn't black enough.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't very well read, she thought that he would think she was a good writer. So she was settling.
Yeah,
and he wasn't, though.
No.
He was like, he clearly thought that, like, he thought as little of her as she thought of herself.
Yeah.
Because he was like, well, why didn't you move with me? Why wouldn't you give up your whole career and everything?
I didn't like that. Her career wasn't as good as his or something.
As soon as she was like, no, David, I think that divorcing is the right thing, he literally just stood up, got his coat and left. And I was like,
I know.
Oh, wow. What a fight.
That's what I'm saying. That said about the failing marriage rather than failing.
I think he just got a bit lonely.
Yeah.
And didn't want to admit that he's felt lonely and figured, oh, she'll take me back.
Yeah, I know, but, like, she's worth more than that. But, like, Monique, like, I can relate to, but I don't feel like I've sort of, I don't want to say bonded because it's a bit weird, but, like...
I'm not overly committed to her character because we don't see enough of it.
No. I know, because you're more invested in Evelyn at this point, aren't we?
Like, depending on the end of this book, I would be interested in seeing, like, more books about Monique and what she does. Do you know what I mean?
Would you?
Yeah.
So would you read a book like about Monique? Like,
if it was more like a bit about like who she's writing about, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think I could. You know, I don't think I'm that invested.
Yeah, but you thought that friggin' Celia was brunette.
I mean, she was in my head. Like, she was brunette in my head. I'm not arguing with it. To be fair, I think Taylor Jenkins Reid's got it wrong.
Do you? Right, okay.
Should have gone with what I went with.
That makes sense.
And I'm trying to think what... I'm flicking back to the wrong chapters now.
Well, I'm determined that we don't forget anything this week because I'm sure we did last week.
Yeah, I think we probably did.
We're terrible, aren't we?
Yeah.
At least we remembered the advert.
I know we've been trying to do that for like 2 weeks, haven't we?
I know.
Did we get after our first episode?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, first episode came out and we got an email asking about an advert and we were like, yeah. And then it took us this long.
I know, it was so bad.
I know.
I don't know.
But if you want to advertise with us, please do. We're very professional.
We are. Yes, very, very, very professional.
Right, go on.
I can't remember my questions.
You're looking at me wide-eyed like I'm a nutter.
I know. Oh, that's the one I wanted to talk about.
I knew your brain was working on something.
It was. There. It's like, you've got to give it time. Got to get the cogs going. No, did you think they'd done the right thing about the gay protest?
Not going?
Yeah, because they took a step back, didn't they, and just sort of threw money at it.
So, this one, I totally got... Who was it? Harry who said that they would only take the limelight off the actual protest.
Yeah.
I do get what he meant.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, though, I get Celia's thing of, like, why won't you all stand up for who you are?
That's what in my brain...
I wasn't quite sure.
I thought, realistically, they could have been the face of it to promote.
Yeah.
But
are they not too famous for that? You can
maybe,
be too famous to be a face of something before the brand becomes you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I feel like they could have made a difference, like, speaking about it.
They could have, because if people knew that they were...
Because they're so big. Yeah. Like, famous.
It might have been easier to come out. Yeah.
That's what I thought when I read it.
Yeah. I wasn't sure about that one either.
I feel like they should have done a little bit more.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
But then again... It's like the fear too. Like, can you imagine how scared you'd be?
Oh, definitely, because
I think Celia's naive as well.
Yeah.
She lives in this little bubble of, like, nothing will ever harm me because I have this money, because I'm famous. And it's like...
she grew up like that, though, as well, didn't she? She grew up with money.
Yeah.
Whereas Evelyn can sort of see the other side of it because she didn't grow up with money or, like, security.
Evelyn sees the reality of the world.
Yeah.
But I'm interested to see what's to come as to why I'm going to hate Evelyn. Am I going to actually hate her? Do you think?
I don't think I hated her because the situation that...
But did Monique hate her?
I think so, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. But when you look at the situation, I'm trying not to say it without giving anything away. I can see both sides of the situation.
Oh, hell.
It's sort of like what happened. It's like you can see why Monique's obviously... annoyed, but you can see why Evelyn did what she did as well.
Okay.
you're going to be like running to read these
I
chapters.
know, I actually am. Jesus.
Oh, do you know something? I asked you before if you had a favourite quote out of this one. But I did, but you
did
don't.
you?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
I said I didn't, but I've wrote one down.
Go on,
apparently.
tell me yours then. What chapter is it from?
Chapter 41. And it was Evelyn to Harry saying, if there are different types of soulmates, then you are one of mine.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I loved that.
I know. Because it's like, they're just friends, but like, they're just like so intertwined.
Yeah, but you can be soulmates as friends. Like, I think we're soulmates.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like, from the moment me and you met, like, there was just comfort there.
Oh, definitely. I feel like I've known you for about 10 years or something.
Yeah. I mean, the second time you came to my house, you just stopped wearing bras.
I mean, don't tell people that, Brenna. To be fair, disclaimer, I do turn up to Brenna's house with no bra on 99% of the time. Everyone knows that now.
And she just goes in my cupboard and grabs sweets.
I do feel at home here, though. I feel more at home here than, like, my family sometimes.
Ouch.
I mean, I love you, Mum, if you're listening, but...
I just have a very homey home.
You do, though. Anything goes in here. But, like, I feel comfortable, I think, because your house is an ADHD house.
Yes.
With children.
Yes.
Whereas I don't have a lot of friends or family or anything like that.
And the thing is, like, I'm so open with my kids about my ADHD. Yeah. And I'm so happy to say to them, no, I'm overwhelmed. Like... Because I get kids shouldn't be seen and not heard. Like, that's not how it should be. But sometimes in this house, they have to be seen and not heard. Like, for me to breathe.
Yeah, it's so overwhelming at times, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, that's why I love it here, because I can come in and I'm like, I look around and it's like my house.
Yeah.
Like, it is. Cause
there's both... toys everywhere.
Yeah.
There's laundry always on the areas.
Yeah. But I know you'll come to my house and not, like, judge me or anything.
Yeah.
Like, whereas other people can come and I feel like I'm getting a bit judged.
Yeah. Yeah, that won't happen with me. Oh, that was sweet.
I know. So cute.
I know.
We are the cutest.
So what do you reckon, Moles? Are we done?
I think so.
What would you rate the book from here, then, at this point?
I think I didn't like these chapters as much as last week's.
Neither did I.
Yeah. So probably like a 4.5, maybe a 4.
I think like a 4.7.
Yeah. I think it's because Celia put me off a lot in these chapters.
Yeah.
I really don't like her.
Yeah. She quite upset me in these chapters. And the other thing was, like you were saying before about the jumps into the future, the present, whatever timeline. They were a bit more abrupt this time.
They were, yeah. Last time they were quite smooth, weren't they? But this time was very stop-start.
But they'd start, like, the chapters start by just saying, like, Evelyn looked at me, and I'm like, who are we now?
Yeah.
Because it doesn't start, the chapters aren't labelled, like, Monique or time or whatever. It's just, like, chapter whatever, Evelyn looked at me, and I'm like, who's she looking at?
Yeah.
Who's, like,
who is it? Is it Harry?
And then when David came up, I was like, Mal, who's David? So then I feel a bit...
Because they're like characters that don't like my brain doesn't take in like secondary characters.
Yeah.
So I'm
even though Monique is definitely like one of the main characters.
Yeah, but
she's not, is she?
No, but she's like David's like a second sort of character on Monique's story, isn't he? So I don't even know what he looks like in my brain. He's just like a long, lanky person. That's it in my brain.
He's a Stuart.
Yeah.
Great. Great. That's my husband, by the way.
But to be fair, though, like I said last week, I don't see faces, so...
I know, I'd hate to be in your head. It sounds terrifying.
Like, do you see a face every time you think of a character?
I don't know.
Like, because isn't there a test you can do, like, so where you see what your imagination's like in your head, and some people...
Is there?
Yeah. Like, so I can't...
What is this test?
I'll show you it later.
Yeah, please do.
But I can't fully see stuff. I can imagine stuff, but, like... It's not like a full picture, if that makes sense.
So what if you, like, imagined Stuart now? Can you imagine his face? Or do you just imagine tall, lanky, long
I think
person?
because I see Stuart, I can sort of imagine his face, but I can't, like, fully form it in my head.
Just everywhere.
Yeah.
Like Picasso.
No, so, like, if I imagine Stuart, like, I can imagine his hair and, like, he's tall.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't really get a picture of his face. Like... I get, like, I know it's really hard to explain, but I get, like, glimpses.
I'm starting to wonder if I've never thought about it for me, though. I don't know if I imagine faces.
What do you mean?
I just don't know if I imagine faces.
Well, do you imagine her face or not?
I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of pressure now, because now I'm thinking about Evelyn, and I don't know what her face looks like.
I get, like, a vibe of what the personality is, and it kind of shapes
and it
them.
forms the face. Yeah.
Well, no, it doesn't form the face in my head. It forms the it forms the vibe of them.
This must be torture to listen to.
45 minutes of me of us
babbling.
You babbling.
Babble.
I don't even know why were we even talking about that?
I have no idea. But I think we should leave it there.
Yeah, definitely.
45 minutes is enough of this.
It is.
But yeah, I wasn't as keen on these chapters this week. But the next one's really, really good.
Yeah. I hope you cry.
I probably won't. I'm a heartless soul. I have a heart of ice.
You do not.
Yeah, so I guess we'd better do the admin. So I'll play the little itty bitty jingle and then we can carry that on.
Yeah.
Right then, Instagram.
Yeah, at ADHD. Why does my brain not do it? At ADHD_Readers Book Club.
There we go.
There we are.
Email adhd.rbc@gmail.com.
It's a good job you know that one, because my brain doesn't retain that one at all.
Well, we really want to hear Kiss, Marries and Kills.
Oh, yeah.
For any of the characters, it doesn't have to be the ones we're doing.
Yeah.
We'll take any of the characters, Kiss, Marry, Kills. Fan casts as well for any of the characters that you like.
Yeah. Or messages on Instagram as well with any issues you have with ADHD and reading.
Yeah.
I'm looking at you trying to go through it in my head.
You can't email us those.
Or email, yeah. Yeah.
Just contact us.
Yeah, I'll say that
some way or another. And please don't forget to subscribe to the podcast, like the podcast, follow the podcast, put auto downloads on, ring the bell, do whatever. And if you really, really, really like it, please leave a rating or a review.
Oh, yeah, that'd be good.
A rating or a review.
Yeah, we really appreciate reviews and ratings. Don't we?
It makes a massive difference.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the fact we've sort of stayed steadily in the Apple podcast charts for the past couple of weeks has been a bit mental, hasn't it?
Hasn't it? Because I didn't know... Because obviously you know about podcast charts and stuff. I didn't realise how big of a thing it was.
Yeah.
Being in the charts. I was like, oh, well done us.
Yeah.
And Brenna was like, it's so hard to get in them. I was like, oh, really?
It is so exciting. So, thank you so much for listening, I guess.
Yeah, thanks for joining us for week 3.
Yeah. Week 4 next week. We're going to be drunk.
I know. We're just a pre-warning for everybody that we are going to be having the alcohol. So if it's a bit slurry... You know why.
Evelyn Hugo. But yeah, we're going to have a really good record next week, I think.
I'm looking forward to it.
I'm excited for the bombshells.
Yeah, I can't wait for your reaction.
You'll just be getting text after text, voice
like,
note
Molly!
after voice note. You have to come to my house. We have to talk about this. Right, yeah. So thank you so much for listening to the ADHD Readers Book Club podcast.
See you next week.
Yeah. If your reading buddy is a cat and you enjoy our podcast, you can support us and make your wardrobe the quirkiest by visiting
getcatshirts.com/ADHD readers.